Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ordinary here, bringing you episode 4 as the GM of our fantasy drafted Philadelphia Flyers. Last episode we got up to the All-Star break. We are in a playoff position. We're not in a very good playoff position. If you remember correctly here, I'll pull up the calendar and show you guys just kind of the tail of the tape. We've been able to beat teams that don't have very good records. You can see the Capitals there. They're probably out of a playoff position. We beat them. The Bruins have a really good record. They beat us. Islanders out of a playoff position. We beat them. Same with Pittsburgh. Same with Toronto. There's an outlier. But if you go up to our losses, they seem... Ooh, maybe not. A lot of losses. That one against LA. The one down there against Boston. San Jose, I guess they have a lot of overtime, so they may be a playoff team. But we seem to be losing to playoff teams and beating non-playoff teams, which doesn't really help us when you get to the playoffs, because none of those non-playoff teams are going to be there. So we need, I think, to do something just to shake up how we roll. I'm going to show you guys the player stats, and I'm going to show you Staal, our first-line center, and how he's performing, because it's not the greatest. Also, you know how I was always complaining about having to hit everything like 2-3 times? Apparently that's the game, because other people are having that too. And it's so fucking annoying. Staal, 5th on the team in points. McDavid has more points than him. He's our second-line center. He's up to an 87, so he's nearly as good. So it's not like we even really are using Staal. So I was thinking, instead of swapping Staal for just a first-line center for first-line center swap, maybe we can get a second-line center for him and a pick, because we don't have any prospects. No team really has any prospects because of the fantasy draft, so it's not like we have a lot to look forward to. It's not like we have all our guys as super old. We have some guys that are still going to progress. I doubt you can sort by age when you're in the stats, but we do have, like, Carlson's not done growing. He might get one more year. McDavid obviously is going to be a stud. Riley Smith, he's 24. Scott Lawton, Bo Bennett, these type of guys, they're all hopefully going to get at least some type of jump, but we don't have any prospects that are going to jump into the league in like 3-4 years. So Staal hasn't really been doing anything for us. He's got a good plus-minus, so obviously the line is working, but I mean, 9 goals, 25 assists, like, I don't know, McDavid just seems to be the better player. So let's take a look at who we can get for him. Before we do that, where's that morale thing? Because it looks like we have some meetings we gotta do. Here we are. Ooh, speak of the devil, Eric Staal, the leader. When I he sees it coming. When I look at my performance in recent games, it doesn't paint a pretty picture. You're damn right it doesn't. Everybody goes through rocky patches. No, you're gonna start feeling the consequences. Positive effect. He's gonna. There goes his trade value. It's going through the roof. Management is really on the ball lately. Ooh, he has high locker room chemistry with Staal, though. That's gonna hurt him if I trade Staal away. Put that positive energy into your on-ice performance. Ooh, that was the wrong thing to say. And fucking McDavid has a high locker room chemistry with Staal as well. Positive effect on McDavid. That's good. Everyone seems to be digging Staal in the locker room. Like, do we keep him around just because he's a presence in there? Like, I don't know. Staal the leader. Staal the leader. Well, let's see what his trade value is, because I'm pretty sure it's fucking high. Like, we can get so much from him that I almost just want to trade him to get some stuff back. Eric Staal. Yeah, he's got the 4th highest trade value on the team, behind Pacioretty, Carlson, and McDavid. Like, how? And lots of teams are gonna want this guy. Look at want. Like every single team wants him. Literally every team wants an Eric Staal. Okay, so that is good. Bodes well for us. Now we got to figure out what we want. We want a centerman back for the second line because we're going to move McDavid up. So someone that's like an 86, 85 overall, but is still like young-ish would be ideal. Like a 24-year-old that's 85 overall. Here's a 24-year-old that's 87 overall, Ryan O'Reilly. But then we're not going to be able to get as good of a pick back. Bugstad, 88 overall. He's young, but I don't think that's going to happen. Henrique, that could be one. 25. Let's go to... I guess let's not go to interested and given away. We can just see if the name's read. It doesn't really look like anyone here.
Hey guys. So, in the middle of trading there, my frames dropped, apparently. I didn't notice until I went to edit the episode. I have my audio track that's 30 minutes long, and my video track that's like 5 minutes long, and it just cuts off. Don't know what the fuck happened, pretty annoying. I also recorded a Be a Pro, and that dropped too, so there's like 2 minutes of that. So I have to redo that, and I guess I can just run down quickly what happened for the rest of the episode. 20 minutes of it or more, we're finding the right trade to make. We did end up trading Staal. We got Sean Monahan from Detroit. We traded away Athanasiou and our third for Monahan and a first, and we picked up a 4th line center too. I think it was McClement. Let's take a look. Yeah. So this is what our lines look like. I put Monahan on the second just because the whole reason we made the trade was to get McDavid there up on the first line. Everyone's overalls dropped when we traded Staal because of morale, and I knew that was going to happen. But so everyone kind of tanked a little bit. And then we simmed up to the trade deadline. For the last about 5 minutes of the video was simming up to trade deadline. Let's take a look at the calendar and just show you how that went. So I think this was the first game we simmed, was this game against... Or no, it was the first game after the All-Star break, so what's that? Yeah, it was that game, okay. So, shootout win, win, overtime win, loss, win, overtime win, shootout win, loss, overtime loss, shootout loss, win. So we did have a pretty good record. We ended up dropping 4 in a row. We did manage to scrape a couple points out of it, but... we pulled together a pretty good record. We had a good little sim there after the trade. If you look down here in the stats, we are in first in our division. I'll just go. I already know everything about this, but I'll show you anyways. We are first in the division. If you look at the entire East, that's the West. If you look at the entire East, we are third. We'll sort by point percentage, even though it doesn't change where we're at. So there we are in third, and in the league we are technically 6th, but we're 5th if you go by point percentage. So here we are in 5th. Not too shabby, considering at the end of last episode we were a bubble team, so pretty stoked to get into a strong position here. We should make the playoffs, barring like a major meltdown or something stupid. So if we look at our division real quick, oops, that's not us. If we look at our division real quick, in order to fall out of a playoff spot, Pittsburgh has to catch us. They have 65 points, so we're 6 wins ahead of them. With they have a game in hand, but like we should make the playoffs. So that being said, I'll show you all the player stats, individual player stats. So we can, because the next episode is going to be trade deadline, right? So I want to show you guys how everyone is in case someone's doing shit and we can trade them. So Carlson leading the team still. Monahan, we picked him up because look at his numbers. Like he was on fire before we picked him up, and he seems to be continuing that on our team. McDavid doing well for his first year. Riley Smith is on our second line, and he's lighting it up. Dupuis, is on the third line. Pacioretty and Camilleri right here. Here's 2 question marks, guys. Pacioretty's kind of not been putting up any numbers all year. Camilleri, same deal. They're both first-line guys, and they're both just not getting it done. Everyone else on the team, like Yandel, good. Lawton for a third-line center in his rookie season. I guess it's his second season. 30 points isn't bad. Boyle, 23 points from the point. Bennett on the third line, that's not bad. Havlat, fourth line. Burrows, fourth line. Like, none of the stuff's terrible, right? McClement, we just got him. He wasn't even playing much on Detroit when we picked him up. So I'm pretty happy with how everyone's performing aside from our top line wingers. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe the player types are wrong with a playmaker, a power forward, and a sniper. Maybe we move Pacioretty for some type of playmaker to go along with McDavid. I don't know, but they're not really getting it done. I'll show you the goalies real quick. In net, Howard is doing just fine. Where the fuck is it? 2.2 goals against, a little bit high, but not brutal. Save percentage of a 926, that's pretty solid. Kemper, basically the same deal, but just with a lot less games played. And then if we take a look at the league leaders, I believe Sagan has the most points. Yeah, Sagan was 66, so he's leading the league. Malkin's a point per game, and those are the only 2 guys that are. Carlson leading the defenseman with points, which is good because that's how it is in real life. Here's a right winger we might want to get on our team instead of Camilleri. Who's the best left winger right now? Vanek, really? All right. Oh, he's doing better than Ovechkin. Jamie Benn. Who else? Is he on the Stars? That's funny. Drew Wynn's doing well too. All these guys are doing better than our fucking plugger. Although if we look at, there's Steen, so what's that, 4 that are ahead? Tatar, he's 5. Sedin, 6. Landeskog, 7. Perron, 8. As far as left wingers go, there's only about 10, right, there we go, that are ahead of Pacioretty, so maybe it's just a weird sim engine, and we don't really have anything to worry about. But I'll leave that to you guys. I want you guys to let me know if we should be making any trades with, not just with our top line, but with anyone. Of course, our top line is kind of where the problem lies, if there is any problem. I mean, if you look at our last sim, we did have a pretty good streak there. So I'll leave that one to you guys. Sorry about dropping frames. I mean, this episode was a good, nice, long one. You got to see all the trading, the ins and outs, but I guess it's just like an edited down version now, hey? So, thanks for watching it, boys. If you like the shorter format, I mean, let me know. Leave a like on the video, sub to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.